So I know that one of the topics that you're also interested in is cognition and MS. So can you chat a little bit about what kind of information's coming out at ECTRIMS here on that?
So cognition is a huge issue in MS, and approximately 50% of people with that have multiple sclerosis have cognitive problems. What does that mean? So memory loss, short-term memory impairment, multitasking problems, hard to juggle all those things, maybe some word-finding difficulties. And unfortunately, I find about most of my patients that end up going disability and can't work, it's not due to physical disability, it's due to cognitive or fatigue issues. So one of the things that actually I'm presenting tomorrow is some data on Cogaval, which is an app that can actually be put on an iPad, and Biogen's been spearheading this. And so I put this app on an iPad, and I can do a cognitive test. So what it is you look at symbols, and there's a key with numbers, and then you're presented with a whole row of symbols, and you have to pair it up with the right number. It's a processing speed test, and it takes about 2 minutes to do. And I've been doing that all my patients since May. So every single patient that comes in, and I see about 15, 16 patients a day with MS, and we do that on everybody. So I get a sense of where they're doing with cognitive function, and it gives me something to monitor over time. If you're not doing too well, then maybe we have to look at your MRI scan or talk about other options.
Great. And do you have any advice for people living with MS who want to raise the topic of cognitive difficulties with their healthcare professional if it's something that hasn't kind of been discussed, but they feel that it's an issue for them?
Yeah, I would be upfront right away, especially if you haven't had an MRI scan in a while. You need to bring it up to kind of discuss where you're going to go, because that's what's going to keep you going. So you should be candid. One of the nice things what I've done with this iPad up front is it's kind of brought cognition front and center. So I get a score immediately after I see a person, and then I can rate them, how well they did, compared to people without MS. If they did great, it's like high five, you rocked it. Go tell your boss, your husband, you're brilliant as ever. But if you didn't do too well, we have to come up with strategies of how we're going to compensate for that. So it is something that you should really bring up, and there's more and more medications that have shown benefit on preserving cognition.
So some super positive conversation there with Barry Singer, who had very positive remarks to make on the kind of conversation that's been had here in relation to pregnancy in MS and also remyelination in MS. He of course mentioned his podcast as well, and you'll find a link for that in the description if you want to check it out. Keep checking out our videos from ECTRIMS. We'll keep them coming, and don't forget to like and subscribe.